pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our pause. P. Positive attitude in all you do. A. Act responsibly in all situations. W. Work hard toward success. S. Show respect to self and others. You may be seated.
We will now be announcing our weekly awards. The Golden Shoe goes to the first grade class, Miss Mayo's class. The Attendance Banter goes to a fifth grade class, Miss Bulldog's class. The Spirit Stick goes to a fifth, sixth class, Miss Pellegrino's class.
Good morning, Plano Elementary. I'm so happy to see you. We have just had some incredible things happen here at Plano last week, and I just want to spend a few moments to start off this week by recognizing them. First off, let's talk about STLP. We had many students, as you can see here, that went to Rupp Arena in Lexington on Wednesday and competed in the state STLP competition. So these students, they are on the left side of your screen, are part of the STLP Showcase. Aubrey Nally, Amelia Bissell, Audrey Malone, Riley Tackett, Lakin Carter, and Piper Moore. And then the students on your left, they competed in the robotics competition. They are Spencer Rather, Cooper Thomason, Karis Carter, Erica McKinney, Addie Scott, Kipton McKinney, Fisher Harris, Wyatt Clay, Hayden Elrod, Reed Phelps, and Matthew Berry. And we want to give a special shout out to Spencer and Cooper, who finished 9th in the state, and to Karis, Erica, and Addie, who finished 7th in the state. Way to go, and I'm proud of all of these STL members who competed at state. Well done. Alright, next we want to recognize another group which we all got to see their performance this past Friday, and that's our drama club. They put on a fantastic performance of Character Matters. And let me tell you, if you've never been a part of any kind of play or musical, you might not know how much time and effort it takes to prepare and get ready for it. So I'm so proud of these Panthers, and I'm really proud of, on Tuesday night, for whatever reason, the music just stopped. It wasn't anyone's fault, just a technical glitch. The music stopped in the first song, but they all kept going and didn't miss a beat. So I'm just so proud of them for how they did. Alright, next and last, I want to recognize our Jungle Book cast, who just performed 2 shows this past weekend. They were phenomenal. They were creative. They did lots of costume changes in the middle. They sang, they danced. I'm just so proud of how they performed. And a special shout out to the Snakes. The Snakes were hilarious, and I know that took a lot of choreography and a lot of practice. But I am just so proud of everybody, and especially in Jungle Book and Drama Club and STLP. We just had so many great things that took place last week. So kudos to everybody involved. Moving on, today we will have specials in the library, so all classes will just report to the library for specials. You do not need any technology. If you have library books to return, then yes, you may bring those. All right, today we're going to talk about rule number 8 of Essential 55, and it is: do not smack your lips, tisk, roll your eyes, or show disrespect with gestures. So much time and trouble is saved by getting this rule out of the way. I doubt there is a person in America who hasn't had someone smack their lips, the sound is also known as tisk, or roll their eyes at him or her at one time or another. Kids, especially teenagers, love to do it, but I've been able to eliminate it entirely from my class just by pointing it out and making a rule that it will not happen in my classroom. On the first day of school, I ask if anyone in the class can smack their lips really well. I usually get more than a few students who are willing to demonstrate. I then get students to demonstrate rolling their eyes. We then, as a class, combine the two, and we all smack and roll at the same time. It is usually a lot of fun, and I always have a few students, the pros, who turn in a good jerk of the neck and a few finger snaps. I talk to the students about how this is a form of disrespect, and that sometimes you don't have to say a single word in order to get yourself in a lot of trouble. After that discussion, we are ready to role play. I tell a student I'm going to reprimand her for not paying attention and that I want her to smack her lips and roll her eyes. I tell her that I am then going to ask her to put her name on the board, and I want her to smack and roll as she does. The role play continues, and after the student has received 2 checks, I ask her, "So if this had really happened, what would have been your punishment?" She responds, "I would have received a detention." I then ask, "What would have happened to the other students?" "Nothing." "What would have happened to me?" "Nothing, because I'm certainly not serving a detention." So, by smacking your lips, the only person you hurt is yourself. If you had just said, "Put my name on the board," "Right away, sir," and approached the board with a smile, then you have only gotten your name on the board, and there wouldn't have been any consequences. By explaining it clearly to the students, you see it resonate on their faces. At RCA, when visitors watch our class, occasionally they ask me to explain how the reward board works. They honestly think I'm sending the students to the board for doing something right because they seem so joyful when they add their names to the board. But it's really because they know that being gracious about being disciplined means they will not experience further consequences. Making sure the kids know exactly what is expected of them in terms of their gestures and attitude, and ensuring they are aware of the consequences for those behaviors. It is the best way to avoid those actions. So Panthers, I want you to think about that this week, and think about when you might receive a mild correction. What's your immediate response? Hopefully it's not to roll your eyes or make a gesture. Hopefully it's a "yes sir," "yes ma'am," and we move on. Because we all make mistakes, me included, and sometimes we have to be corrected. So when we are corrected, then just be polite about it, be disciplined, and move on. Alright, I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we'll see you out and about.